This is where it all began. Welcome to the American Doorstop Project,
where we share the untold and forgotten stories of American agriculture history. Today we're at the base of the Scottsbluff National Monument in the Panhandle of Nebraska. In fact, I was born and raised right here in Scottsbluff County.
Join us as we work to research and bring these stories to life.
Jody Lamp and Melody Dobson are co-founders and directors of the American Doorstop Project. The doorstop is a visual icon representing the open door to America's agriculture archives, so worthy of commemoration. This educational project spotlights agriculture history through books, videos, and live events. Our goal is to preserve and protect the stories found in our landmarks. Lamp and Dobson signed a multiple book publishing agreement with the History Press, beginning with A History of Nebraska Agriculture, A Life Worth Living, released in June of 2017. This book highlights more than a century and a half of agriculture industry, inventions, and innovations in the Cornhusker State. Homesteading families share their stories about the state's top commodities, the development of irrigation, and the world's largest horse sale. The book is illustrated with paintings by renowned Nebraska artist Jean Ronka.
I think the American Doorstop Project is important because of the fact that if somebody doesn't preserve that history and write it down so that people can read it, it'll be lost. The history of his paintings and the history of the book go together well.
People like the fact that there is something very moving in that for them. I think that's wonderful because it brings back yesterday's life.
The series will continue with books about agriculture in Montana, North Dakota, and the Legacy Project, with stories from throughout the country.
Well, I think ag history, especially here in Montana, is very, very important. It's the farmers and ranchers that provide the food and fiber to feed the rest of the nation. And agriculture is our #1 industry here in Montana.
If we don't continue to preserve the history of Montana agriculture, we forget the base that brought the driver for the economy of Montana.
The progression of agriculture from the east to the west began with our nation's first agrarians, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, and James Madison. As Jefferson said in 1787, agriculture is our wisest pursuit because it will in the end contribute most to real wealth, good morals, and happiness. Our stories preserve the narrative of homesteading families, honoring the legacies of our past, before generations removed from the family farm forget their ancestral roots.
The book, A History of Nebraska Agriculture, gives the opportunity for us to honor those who have been here before us, the pioneers who came through this desolate country that is now our home. They fought through famine, they fought through disease, and they fought through Indian wars, if you will, finding a new territory. And it's so important for us to remember them and their hardships and to appreciate our legacy.
From reading the book, the parts that impacted me the most were probably stories that related to our local area here, the tremendous success of the Lockwood family and the potato equipment business, and especially the irrigation and projects that were started over 100 years ago that are still in use today.
How many people in America don't realize that agriculture plays such a significant economic driver in their community? We want them to understand that maybe their community wouldn't even exist if the people that came before them hadn't developed their community with agriculture.
Agriculture is something that allows us to look at something that every one of us is connected to. I have an agriculture background. I come from a 4th-generation farm and ranch where I have homesteading grandparents and saw firsthand what everybody did to make that farm happen. I respect their hard work, I love what they do, and I love that there's a legacy to continue.
So what we want people to do is know that they can help us and help you leave a legacy for your family through the American Doorstop Project. Tell us your story, but we also need your financial support and your archival support. We need your pictures, we need your videos, we just need your blessing too.
We need your help.
Contact us to be a part of the American Doorstop Project.